Alrighty, well, good evening, sports fans. Hope everybody is having a wonderful evening as we get ready for another Decatur Central matchup this week against the Perry Meridian Falcons. Of course, as always, I am Bryson Cunningham, joined here today by
Bob Delarosa.
How you doing today, sir?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks for having me.
No problem. We always enjoy having somebody up here in the booth with me. You excited for another great game here tonight?
Yeah, finally feeling like football weather, so I think it's going to be a great night for ball tonight.
Absolutely, and it's of course one of the always one of the biggest things that I talk about is how the heat always messes with the players in a way. Always kind of, stiffens their bodies a little bit because their body's trying to adjust to not only all this running, but the heat, and it kind of messes with them. But now, beautiful fall weather here, of course, as Decatur Central gets ready to take on Perry Meridian High School.
All right.
So Decatur Central coming off another win last week against the Greenwood Woodmen. Had another great game there. Decatur Central, of course, beating them. That score being 69-7. So Decatur Central playing on all cylinders last week. Bo Polson throwing 10 passes for 7 completions, 148 yards and 2 touchdowns. Eli Hill with a perfect 3 for 3 for 32 yards and a touchdown himself. That putting Decatur Central at 5-2 on the year, and also Decatur Central undefeated in the conference. While Perry Meridian, sadly, still no conference wins yet. They're definitely trying to look to change that around here tonight. And Perry Meridian coming off of a loss, 46-21 to Martinsville. So what are you looking to see here tonight, sir?
Well, I think, like you said, they're back in the groove. They've been playing some pretty good ball and, undefeated in the conference so far. That's a great way to start and head into the postseason. So we've still got a couple games before sectional play, and, I think the whole idea is to get back down to Lucas Oil. So I think they're playing pretty good ball right now that Bo's back, and I think they're just waiting to bust loose.
Yeah, and another thing to keep in mind, as you mentioned, sectional play, Decatur Central, after their win over Warsaw last year in the 5A state championship game, Decatur Central was bumped up to 6A, and Perry Meridian is a fellow 6A opponent. Now, Perry Meridian being one of the smaller schools, it's a lot harder to compete with these programs, but I know that they always try their hardest to keep up, and Decatur Central just looking to capitalize on their first year in 6A.
That since, they changed that kind of pairing up with moving teams up who were, kind of dominating certain classes, I think that's a good way to start. And I think it's probably something that they look at that for Decatur that we're going to see what we're, test their mettle. So we'll see how they play tonight and here into the last part of the season.
Of course, Decatur Central having one more game after this one. That'll be next week here at DeVere Fair Stadium at 7 o'clock as Decatur Central takes on the Franklin Community Grizzly Cubs.
All right.
So a little bit about last week. Decatur Central kind of all over the place when it came to, who got the ball. Talking to Coach Enright this week, he said 7 or 8 different players touched the ball last week, rushing-wise. And a lot of those guys getting in for scores, people like Jalen Leith, Kaz Hicks, Braylon Morris, Hunter Harvey, Pharrell Carter, Tavion Tubbs, them all getting in for touchdowns last week. And then receiving-wise, again, Casimir Hicks and Pharrell Carter, once again both hauling in their own separate receiving touchdowns. And Amari Graves with 1 reception for 17 yards, but hauling that one in for a touchdown as well. Just all around, Decatur Central's been firing a lot more on different cylinders, but all these cylinders and gears are put together and they're working, which has led to Decatur so far being on a 5-game win streak after coming off the first 2 games of the season.
Yeah. That shows that Coach Enright's willing to spread the wealth, so to speak, giving everybody a chance to touch the ball, and sounds like everybody put it in the end zone last weekend. So hopefully they can do that again here against Perry Meridian. You can't deny the fact that they're not the strongest team here tonight. So why not? Just keep building on that momentum, and as they go into the off season or the postseason, riding a good wave.
Decatur Central Hawks here in the tunnel, ready for them to run out now as they anticipate another conference game. Hopefully looking to add another win column and just staying undefeated in the conference. The only team in 5A to do so right now, as Decatur Central has come in and beat everybody else. And here come the Decatur Central Hawks.
Here come the Hawks.
So again, looking to add another win column here tonight. Biggest thing is they've been firing on all those cylinders since Bold Polston's been back. But the biggest thing to think about here today, Bold Polston has 61 career touchdowns here at Decatur Central. That is just one off tying the school record, as current coach Bryce Jefferson played here in his high school years, who holds that current record at 62 career touchdowns. If Bold Polston throws 2 more here tonight, he now is the leading touchdown passer for Decatur Central.
And that's great, to be that close to a record. But I'm probably pretty sure Coach Enright is just telling him to come out here and just play his game, get the offense going and moving and put it in the end zone. And if he gets those 2 touchdowns, he throws those 2 touchdowns, that's just the cherry on top.
Yeah, so Kevin Miller, in his 9th year overall here at Perry Meridian, this is his first year in his history of being a coach at Perry that he's started 2-5 in a season, and he is 23-66 overall in his 9th career. Kyle Enright, obviously now in his 10th year at Decatur Central, is 86-29. Now, the last time these two teams played each other, it was within a field goal game. Decatur Central took the win, 38-35. That was October 11th of 2024. And over the last 40 years, Decatur Central takes the series entirely at 22-9. So these folks having history, obviously, but Decatur Central taking the winning part of that history for most of the time.
And I mean, that's a great part of a rivalry. You just, you have some bragging rights. You get to, see how things go over the years, and then you can kind of always say, well, yeah, that was a rebuilding year. Well, looks like Perry might need some more rebuilding, but we'll see how that goes tonight. Captains are out on the field and out at midfield, and so we're waiting for the flip.
So as mentioned last week, they have already done the flip. They've already determined who gets the ball first. This one is just obviously for camera purposes, of course. As Mr. Mike Elder stated last week, who was up here in the booth. And it was very knowledgeable having him up here due to the fact that he is a referee of its own. And it looks like Perry's electing to receive it on the far left side.
Your Hawks have won the toss, so they've elected to defer to the second half. Perry Meridian will receive, defending the north end zone.
So again, of course, I'm ready just to see Decatur Central come out here and play the football that they've been playing for the last, 5 weeks. Beating undefeated, I wish we could say undefeated at home, but of course taking that loss to New Pal in the second game of the season. But other than that, we've had a winning record at home, and we've gone into other people's places and won there too, which is part of the reason that we're undefeated in the conference is because our defense has been just locked in all year. They say defense wins championships. Obviously, that's not the only part of the team that'll play and get that championship win, but they are definitely a big reason that we are 5-2 this year.
Right, and as long as your defense is keeping your opponent from scoring, all you have to do is just punch it in a couple times, and whether they, it's a win. That's all you need. So as long as defense can hold up tonight, I think they'll move to 6-2, but we won't get ahead of ourselves just yet.
Yeah, of course, and of course, a big thing of that is Decatur Central's 2 wins over both Martinsville and Mooresville. Decatur Central putting both 70 points on each team, and the kickoff is away, and this game
Here
will
we go.
officially get started.
All right, so there he is.
He'll be inbounded, and he'll be taken down, caught at about the 25, Perry 25-yard line. So your starting offense for the Decatur Central Hawks: at left tackle, number 54, Caden Capps; at left guard, number 56, Alex Serber; at center, number 66, Bobby Eastis; right guard, number 53, Mason Miller; right tackle, number 77, Tyler Cooper; quarterback, number 12, Bo Poston. At RZ, we have number 0, Pharrell Carter. At H, we have number 8, Colton Eisen. At X, we have number 10, Colton Eisen. At T, we have 23. Number 23, Jalen Leith. And the ball is snapped, and it's going to be a quick little pitch route out there.
Right.
He's taken down at about the 29, maybe the 30.
It's good cover there by the defense, driving him to the sidelines.
Your starting defense for the Decatur Central Hawks: number 56, Alex Serber; number 57, Chris Javaris; number 52, Jordan Shanks; number 8, Colin Eisen; number 4, Michael Campbell; number 22, Braden Smith; number 3, Chris Hill; number 2, Braylon Morris; 0, Hunter Harvey; Casimir Hicks, number 7; and number 5, Pharrell Carter. So ball is snapped and handed off there, and that's going to be a quick little bring down there. Taken down at about the 28. Tackle there made by Chris Hill.
Right. Good swarm by the Hawks defense. Not much there.
And the biggest thing that gets talked about a lot when I talk to Coach Enright is his two linebackers, both Braden, or Smitty, as he likes to go by, Smith, and Chris Hill, who are always neck and neck in tackles. Just one of them seems to take one extra tackle and lead the league, or not the league, but lead the team in tackles. And that's something you want to look for in your linebackers, especially as they are the leaders of the defense. So the ball is snapped. He's going to be looking to pass here. And that ball is going to be thrown to the ground. And that is going to bring up a 4th down. The quick little 3 and out there. Colton Eisen with the pressure there. And Perry's just going to punt this one away. And Decatur Central will get their first offensive drive of the game. So right there, absolutely beautiful defense. That's exactly how you draw it up. They get the ball first, and you just force a quick 3 and out. And they didn't even make it past their own 30-yard line. So ball is snapped there.
Good job. Oh, nice. He shanked that there to the left.
Shanked that one there, and it's going to be out at about the 47.
So with great field position.
Okay, so it'll be at the Falcons' 43-yard line, which is great starting field position for Bo Polston and the Decatur Central Hawks offense. Excited to see what they got going on here and see how they attack this Perry Meridian defense early on. What are you looking to see out of this offense here today?
Well, we want to make sure the line gives him the protection that he needs, but a good ground game to establish. There he goes. Nice running.
He's ball down at about the 30.
His play good enough for 6 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and 4.
Bring up a 2nd down and 4 there. Ball's down there at about the 36.
That's what you're looking for. Good 3-4 yards every carry. So when you get to that 3rd down, you're 3rd and short. You don't have to jeopardize something here and try to force something in.
And I think the biggest thing on his mind tonight is Bo Poston knows he's close to that record. He's going to want that in there, but he's also know that he's going to play conservative and keep that ball if he needs. Looking for a pass there. He's got his man. That is Pharrell Carter. Makes a man miss, and he turns himself upfield. He's going to make a few more men miss, and he's going to be taken down there at about the 10, maybe the 9-yard line.
Nice
so
job.
A nice pass. Great show of athleticism there by Pharrell Carter, who makes a really good amount of that defense miss and gains more yards than definitely expected there.
Good yards after catch.
So he'll be there about the 10-yard line.
Did a good job staying in bounds.
So mind you, the thing I say a lot, especially throughout every week, is that the first drive for both sides matter, both offense and defense. Defense started off perfect, forcing a 3 and out. Decatur Central's offense looking to put points on the board. It's going to be handed off there. That looks like that is. It's going to be number 4. So that'll be a fumble on the Decatur Central Hawks, and that will be recovered by the Perry Meridian Falcons.
And that's exactly what you were just saying, Bryson. You know, take care of the ball, punch it in. So it looks like defense is going to have to kind of a good stop here. Takeaway would be great.
Just kind of force the quarterback pressure here, as we're going to get a little replay on this here.
Oh.
Drops the ball there, and he dropped it at about the 4, maybe 3.5 yard line.
Couldn't tell if he hit his helmet on the ball and it squirted loose.
But a nice little QB pressure here, maybe get a little bit of a safety to force a punt action, and he's going to be bottled up basically right away, maybe hit the yard of scrimmage, maybe gain a yard. We'll see what they call it here.
Johnson, the ball carrier. Tackled by number 22, Braden Smith, number 8, Colt Nyson, and number 3, Chris Hill.
So it looks like they give him about maybe 2 yards on that play. So it'll be 2nd and 7 here. So they gave him 3.
Generous spot.
And he's going to force his way back out, and there he is, right back down to the line of scrimmage. They're taken down at the 5 yard line.
So,
and like I've been saying, Braden Smith and Chris Hill are some very hard-hitting linebackers, and right there, Braden Smith was able to explode on the ball and tackle him for no gain, and that forces a 3rd and 7, so you have to pass the ball here. We'll see what Perry Meridian does.
So we'll see if you're the Falcon
Got
punter,
a man in
you're
motion
getting
there.
nervous.
And they're going to try to keep it with their quarterback, who's just not going to get anywhere.
Not much
He's
there.
going to force another 3 and out there. And it looks like they're going to bring out their punt team. Michael Campbell, the tackler there. So again, one of the biggest things to notice is, as you look on the sideline, again, Perry Meridian being one of the smaller schools in 6A, you just see the difference of players between both teams as that ball's punted, and it's going to be out at about the 15, Perry Meridian 15. So Decatur Central basically getting the ball back where they lost it almost. So just about 10 yards shy of where they lost it originally.
Right. So
now, ball security.
Yep. Got to take care of the ball. I mean, they've got great position here, so it's just a matter of executing, taking care of the ball, make sure the backs cover that ball up.
So it looks like they're going to bring out Braylon Morris as the quarterback for this one. Now, Braylon Morris being more of a mobility quarterback for Decatur Central. Obviously, he took the few weeks to be the starting quarterback entirely, both throwing and passing. But, yep, there's a quick out route intended for Casimir Hicks, but that one's going to be missed. So it'll bring up a 2nd and 10.
So, again, just as long as they just need to settle down and just execute, that's all they really have to do.
So Braylon Morris is going to stay out there. And I like how Decatur Central's been doing this since Bo Polston's been back. They noticed how Braylon Morris was getting on the ball and how he's been. There's 2 seconds on the play clock, and it looks like they're going to get a quick snap off. Handed there to Pharrell Carter, who's going to barrel his way through. And Decatur Central says touchdown, and the refs will say touchdown. So that is a Decatur Central touchdown, putting their first points of the night on the board. Pharrell Carter, the ball carrier there, in for 6.
Nice job. Way to punch it through. Line gave him the opening.
Great blocking there by the front line. And right there, that was good ball security to keep that ball in his hands, knowing he's going to have the entire D-line and backers swarming him, but to push forward and get in there. So Decatur Central going to go for 2 there, leaving Braylon Morris out there. We'll get a little bit of replay on that touchdown for you. That ball's going to be snapped, kept by Braylon Morris himself. There's going to be a flag on the play, but Braylon Morris was in. might be a holding on Decatur Central's offense. See what the refs say.
Can't see. Hasn't made a signal yet. Oh, chop block. So
Chop block there. That's going to be on Decatur Central and a replay of downs. And about a 5-yard penalty, maybe 10.
Illegal block on the Hawks. They will retry from the 13-yard line. Correction, that is in from the 18-yard line.
all right. Well, so Bo comes back in, so
Looking to throw this one here for sure. I know Bo's got the arm to do so. Just about 17 yards. Actually, with the end zone, that's about a 27-yard throw.
what they need is there to be in.
So he's going to look
it's
for a
tip.
pass.
There it is. Nice
Tip.
cross.
Braylon Morris caught that. He's going to run upfield, and he's going to be
nice
in.
Job. Nice pattern.
So even with Decatur Central being backed up, he's still in for the 2-point conversion. Braylon Morris getting it either way, whether he kept that on his feet or caught that. Going to get you a little bit of a replay here on that because that was beautiful.
And
So
I
as you
think
can
what you'll
see, he wasn't
get
looking
right-
for
yeah,
that.
Gets right behind the linebackers, and everybody's dropping back, so that lets him get behind those backers, and he scored. Nice play. Good call.
So Decatur Central up 8-0 as they get ready to kick off to Perry. Now that's the offense you won. Minus that penalty there, Decatur Central has been playing as perfectly. Perry's been punting the ball where Decatur Central's getting it in their territory early. Decatur Central hasn't been on their opposite side of the field so far, and they've had 2 offensive possessions. First one coming at about the Perry 43, second one coming at about the Perry 15. So Decatur Central getting ready to kick off here. Jackson Doney, who was, of course, last week, he was perfect on his point after attempts, being 5 for 5.
So I think what Coach Enright needs to keep doing is just let him shake out the cobwebs. Okay, yeah, we dropped the ball, but now we're settled in. We're ahead here on first score, so now it's time to just settle down and play ball. And
Jackson Doney kick off there, taken out of bounds at about the Perry Meridian 20, maybe the 21. So that'll cause a out of bounds with about 7 minutes left to play here.
After the 50 yards for the kickoff, Meridian will start first and 10 from their own 35-yard line.
Alrighty, so Perry lining up here on their own 30. Ball is snapped. Quick little out route there.
it is.
Completion.
Good.
Tackled at about the 36. Looks like he's 37. Sorry about that.
Kept him in front of him, and that's the way, picked up a couple. Again, you want to keep Perry kind of back on their heels. You got 2nd and 8. You want to try to keep them long. Oh, incomplete.
So that ball will be incomplete there. And Pharrell Carter there just to break that up. So 6:23 here in the first quarter. Of course, Decatur Central up 8-0. And I think the biggest thing here right now is Coach Enright is keeping that diversity, making sure everybody's getting their chance, making sure everybody's on the ball and everybody's on the same page. So the ball snapped again, looking for another pass. Lit one downfield, and he's got a wide open man, and he's going to, we'll see what they say. So that's going to be a completion. They're going to be in Decatur Central territory there.
Miscommunication there on the defense. I don't know where the secondary was. Let him get behind him, and big
Somebody
gain there.
didn't make their read right, and that calls for a wide open man. So that ball snapped again, going to be handed off there, and he's going to go up for about a few yards there, taken down at about the 26. The Decatur Central 26, so, or no, sorry. It's going to be the 34, sorry. Not very good at that. I got to get better at that, but that's okay. Gonna make the mental errors. Always make sure I correct it for you guys. So Meridian at the 34. Got a man in motion there. Take the snap. Looking for another pass. Gonna decide to keep it himself. Gonna get a little bit up there, and he's just not gonna get anywhere. Tackled at the line of scrimmage.
That was good. Seemed to get some pressure in there. That was good. That's what the defensive line's got to do. They got to pressure Perry's quarterback, so keep him off his game.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing, is trying to make sure that Decatur Central keeps Perry out of field goal range, stop them from making big plays, force a quarterback pressure, and stop them at the line of scrimmage when they run the ball. So snap's going to be taken, looking for another quick pass. And he's going to catch that one. They're going to, never mind, there's going to be an incomplete pass there. Good hit. That'll bring up a 4th down and 9.
Timed that just right. That was waiting for the ball to get to the receiver, and then.
Of course, he had time to protect himself, so that's not going to be a pass interference or an unnecessary roughness.
It looks like they're going for it. I think.
Decatur Central there's no mental errors, no offside jumping or anything, and they're just going to go ahead and punt that one away. Decatur Central going to let this one fall.
Oh, kept it from bouncing into the end zone, so.
Decatur Central going to be down at like the 2, maybe 4-yard line. So Decatur Central going to have it from in their own territory for the first time this game on the 4-yard line. Definitely backed up. Right. But definitely doable for the Decatur Central Hawks. So another big thing last week is how Coach Enright kept his defense strong, and even having a pick 6 last week against Greenwood coming from Braylon Morris. So Bo Paulson can snap that ball, pitch that one off there to Casimir Hicks, who's going to get up for maybe about 8 yards. So, of course, obviously, Decatur Central kind of playing a two-way quarterback situation right now. Bo Poston in there currently, but can and will bring out Braylon Morris if needed. Ball's going to be snapped. Fake handoff there, or a fake pitch handed off there to Hunter Harvey, maybe?
Yep.
Trying to see the numbers there for you. Colton Ison, the ball carrier there. And that will be on the 26-yard line, which will bring up a Hawks first down. So,
good play. Offensive line to open that up, give them some breathing room here. So, now they can start to operate a little bit more.
Carson Ison at the bottom of your screen, Pharrell Carter and Casimir Hicks at the top.
Hicks in the slot. Let's see if he...
Ison in motion. That ball's going to be handed off there real
No.
quick. That's going to be to Jalen Leith, who's up there and taken down at about the 35. There may be another fumble on the play there.
Well, they're signaling it that way, so it looks like it's Perry's ball.
Another mental error by Decatur Central, fumbling the ball and giving the ball over to Perry Meridian. So this would be Perry Meridian's, I believe, 4th or 5th offensive drive to try and put some points on the board. Now, 4th or 5th. Kind of a big number almost. Still only being in the first. I'm going to give you a little bit of a replay here, though, on that fumble.
So he gets loose, and looks like he just stripped him out.
Looks like he fell forward a little bit there, kind of with the ball out. Tried to save himself and just let go of the ball a little too early. So Perry's going to take the snap. Fake little handoff there. Rip that one downfield. Flag on the play.
There's a flag on the play.
It's going to be behind Perry, so this may be on Perry here.
So right now the thing you got to start being concerned about is that the defense is out there on the field a little more than you'd like them to be.
Well, and I always kind of look at Decatur Central as almost like obviously they've been really good all year round, but I almost look at them as a second-half team. They'll go into the locker room at halftime. Coach Enright, will pep talk these guys, get them fired up. They'll come back out, and they'll just fire on every cylinder for the rest of the game and never have an issue. Obviously, we'll make some few mental errors, a few penalties here and there, but I always believe Decatur Central is a second-half team, even if they're up 50-0 in the first half. So Perry Meridian's having the ball, looking for another quick pass.
There you go.
Getting a quarterback pressure as Michael Campbell coming in.
Nice, nice, nice.
And that'll be Braden Smith, who's there for the tackle. And Michael Campbell on the QB pressure there.
Yes, it was good pressure.
Forced him enough to where he had to run forward a little bit. Braden Smith able to see that come in like a missile and take him down. That'll bring up a 2nd and 19 for Perry Meridian.
Well, and that's what you want. You want to keep them back there deep. As long as you're in the right coverage. What do we got here? Another whistle.
Not seeing any penalty flags on the play, so maybe just a little bit of a switch out there. And they're going to let him play ball here, so got a man in motion here. Perry looking. And they're going to hand that one off, and it's going to be stuffed immediately behind the line of scrimmage. And it's going to back him up even more, bringing up a 3rd down.
Good penetration in, and it's like 3rd and forever.
Definitely going to have to pass here if they want any chance at a 4th and manageable.
So there we go.
So looking, and he's just going to be brought down immediately.
Nope. Good job. Good job by the defense.
Bring up a 4th and long, and Perry's just going to have to punt this one away.
52, Jalen Shanks. The tackle for loss. It'll bring up 4th down.
So again, defense doing the job, doing a good job keeping them back. Hopefully they can come off and get a rest, and offense can put some points on the board.
So Decatur Central going to be put in their own territory again. We'll see where this one lands as it's going to be out. Let it roll. That's a great kick there, though.
Good kick for Falcon punter.
That'll be out at about the 11-yard line.
Well, I mean, the upside here is that Perry hasn't capitalized on any of those turnovers. Hawks are -2 on the takeaways, so.
So we're going to have Bull Polston out there at quarterback again. And he's going to a little bit of an end route here, hand it off there to Pharrell Carter, taken down at about the 15-yard line. So just about 47 seconds left to go here in the first. It'll be a 2nd and 6 for Decatur Central. So as this first quarter comes to an end, anything you got, any inputs you have to have here, any critiques?
I'm just probably, I don't know if you want to call it nerves or whatever. I just seem to be kind of but there he is. Nice.
He's going to rip that one downfield, and it's going to be caught there by Casimir Hicks at about the 44-yard line.
I don't know if they're just getting ahead of themselves right here, looking, but I think the Hawks just need to settle down and play the ball that they've been playing for the last few weeks.
Yeah, and again, Decatur Central's really just like a second-half team, it feels like. So there's going to be a little bit of an enter out there to Pharrell Carter, and he's going to be taken down. Tried to fight for some yards there. We'll see what they say, see where they give them. It'll be a gain of 1, bringing up a 2nd and 9 as we go into the second quarter. So Perry Meridian 0, Decatur Central 8 as we head into the second quarter. So just as we'd like to kind of remind you here, the Decatur Central Band will have a performance at halftime.
In the Apple or Android store. The Decatur Central Athletics Department would like to thank our corporate sponsors.
So while we have a second here, I'd like to take a second to remind you that DCHS Live would like to give a special shout out to Papa John's for providing the broadcast crew with pizza for tonight's game. Located just down the road from Decatur Central High School, the Papa John's at 7105 Kentucky Avenue in Canby Road donated enough pizza to feed our entire broadcast crew free of charge. Their support helps foster student learning of valuable broadcast skills. If you'd like to get some pizza for yourself, they asked us to mention a deal they have currently. DCHS Live viewers can get a 25% off a regular menu price deal with code BX25OFF. Again, the code for 25% off is BX25% off. We thank you for their continued support of DCHS Live. Alrighty, so Decatur Central back out here. Their own 44. Bull Polston going to hand that one off there. That's going to be
nice.
It's going to be Hunter Harvey there, taking down at about the Perry 40.
Good job.
Hunter Harvey, the ball carrier.
So that was a good run there.
First down.
So Coach Enright looked like he called a couple plays in a row there. Moving quick. There he is. Little delay, and he gets loose.
There's Pharrell Carter, and he's going to be in for another Decatur Central touchdown. Pharrell Carter with his second rushing touchdown of the night.
That was nice.
That'll bring the score to 14-0. Decatur Central takes the lead within the second play of the second quarter.
That was a nice design play. He kind of hesitated there and then broke loose and got into the end zone.
So that is exactly how you want your line to block there. Open the hole for you so that you can break loose, break a couple tackles, get into the end zone. So they're going to go for two here, looking for a pass.
Rolls out.
And he's going to be picked off.
Uh-oh.
And Bo just got absolutely throttled there.
Not to sound cliche, but that's not what you want to see right now.
Definitely not. Hoping Bo is okay there, as obviously he was out earlier in the year with an injury on his arm. He's getting up. Looks like he had the wind knocked out of him a little bit. They may take him out for a little bit here, let him rest up on the sideline while the defense comes out and the special teams. So we're going to get you a replay here of that touchdown. As you can see, Pharrell Carter leading the team in scoring right now with 2 touchdowns of the night. And even with a failed 2-point attempt, Decatur Central still up 2 scores.
I didn't see where the trainers got him. See if they're checking him out.
Set to kick off for Hawks, number 38, Jackson Doney. Back to receive, number 4.
Probably checking him out just in the tent down there, giving him some time to breathe and kind of relax and rewind as Jackson Doney and the Decatur Central Special Teams unit get set to kick off.
Kind of add to the momentum here. You want
kicks up, and it's going to be taken at about the Perry 20. Going to bring that one up there, break a few tackles, get down at about the 35.
Number 28, Carter Upshaw, the return man. Knocked out of bounds at the 34-yard line.
So we knocked out of bounds there at the 35-yard line.
So here's where you'd like another defensive stop. Maybe definitely want a 3 and out here. Get the ball back. Push another touchdown in. That'd be a nice cushion right now.
So ball's going to be snapped there, handed off, and he's going to be bottled up immediately.
Good job. Good job by the defense getting across that line of scrimmage into the backfield.
Lost the ball, the play tackle by number 52, Jordan Shanks.
Jordan Shanks there on the tackle. So Decatur Central rocking what they like to call their OG Golds, all gold uniform with white helmets. So ball's going to be snapped, quick little screen there, and not going to get very far. Tackled there at maybe the line of scrimmage.
They're saying that the Hawks have the ball.
So looks like there may have been a fumble there, and they're going to say Decatur Central has the ball, and we'll see what they decide to do here.
So Hawks get a takeaway. They get the ball back.
See, they may go ahead and use Braylon Morris, the quarterback, here for a little bit. See what they decide to do. And it looks like Braylon Morris no, Bo Polson's going to go back out there. So it looks like he just had the wind knocked out of him a little bit on that last drive.
Oh, he dropped it, picked it up, throws across. Oh.
It's going to be almost picked off there. Definitely had him if he threw that just a little bit farther. Intended for Hunter Harvey, but that's going to fall incomplete and bring up a 2nd and 10 for Decatur Central. Got to slow down a little bit there. He was a little agitated, wanted to kind of make a message here, get aggressive with the ball and say, hey, you hit me hard, I'm going to try to hit hard back. Just got to slow roll down a little bit and give yourself some time to think.
Well, he might have been able to make that happen, but if he caught, he dropped the ball there on the snap, but he recovered.
So that's going to be on Decatur Central there. Maybe even 2 penalties. See what the referees decide to say. False start on the offense.
So
that's going to be a replay of 2nd down. So that'll back them up at about 5 yards, putting them on the Perry Meridian 45. Nope, sorry. They were all standing back there. Confused me a little bit. Put them on about the Perry Meridian 38. Ball's going to be snapped there, and he fumbles it again, and he's just going to be brought down.
Yeah.
So 2 bad snaps back-to-back. Tackled for another loss there. Going to be 3rd and long. We'll see how Coach Enright calls this one.
You know, in the first half, you know, you've got the timeout, so you might as well. This would be a good time to just say, hey, guys, let's just settle down. Let's just play our game.
Yeah. So 3rd and about 18 to go for Decatur Central, as it looks like Braylon Morris out there at quarterback now. Out route there to Pharrell Carter. Gets himself a block up field, makes a few men miss. Going to stay inbounds and taken out at about the 38, back to where about they started.
Well, kind of hoping he could get into some position and maybe put some more points on the board with a field goal, but
it'll be 4th and long for Decatur Central here, so we'll see what they decide to call. Maybe go for it now that you're up 2 scores and in their own territory. We'll see what Coach Enright says as Bull Poston's going back out there.
So even if they don't get the first down, that'll put Perry deep, almost as good as a punt.
So he catches the snap there. He's going to let one rip downfield. He's got
Braylon
Braylon Morris, and that's going to be a Decatur Central touchdown. And right there, that is Bo Poston's tie for the record.
There you go.
Decatur Central and current coach Bryce Jefferson now tied for Decatur Central's all-time passing touchdown record at 62 apiece. Right there, we were just talking. Go for it. Get a little dangerous. Up 2 scores in their own territory, and that's going to be a touchdown. It's going to be Braylon Morris coming from Bo Poston, as Bo Poston is now just 1 touchdown away from the passing touchdown record here at Decatur Central High School.
Well, Morris did a good job of getting behind the secondary, and Bo laid it right there, and he hung on to
Braylon Morris is a speedy guy. One of the speedy guys, and there's going to be a flag on the play there. See what they call. So it looks like that one's going to be on Decatur Central. Back them up at about 5 yards. So both teams, all timeouts. Still 9:37 left to play here in the second quarter. Casimir Hicks in motion there. Fake handoff. Bo's going to keep it himself, and he's going to be tackled down there at about the 2, so it's going to be a failed 2-point conversion. Decatur Central 20, Perry Meridian 0. Going to get you a replay here of that touchdown. So Bo Polson just steps back in the pocket. Beautiful time to throw. Good throw. Got it there. Braylon Morris, touchdown.
Morris had 3 yards on the defender, so all he had to do was lay it there, and he did. Nice toss by Bo.
You couldn't draw that one up better. Obviously, Bo taking that hit, he wanted to make himself a statement here, and he did just that with an absolute bomb of a touchdown to Braylon Morris. So Decatur Central's special teams here to kick it off. Jackson Doney leading the charge there.
So what would be nice here is special teams comes down and covers the ball and keeps them back, pinned back. Let the defense come out and force a punt. That'd be ideal.
Jackson Doney go ahead and kicking that one off. Going to be taken at about the Perry 17. As he's going to run right upfield, get some really good yardage there, taken down at about the 40-yard line. So Perry just barely in their own territory with about 10 yards to go before hitting Decatur Central territory as their offense comes back out, hoping to put some points on the board. Decatur Central obviously looking to hold them.
Force a 3 and out or maybe a turnover, that would be.
And again, like I've been saying, Decatur Central's defense, hard hitting. Snap going to be taken there. Looking to pass, got pressure on the QB.
Good,
and he's going to be taken down there.
I think number 69.
Sacked by number 52.
52.
Jordan Shanks there on the sack.
Loss of 6 on the play program, second down and 16.
A good pressure by
Second
the defensive
and
line.
16 for Decatur Central.
Didn't give Shock much time to set up and throw the ball, which is what you want to do. They're going
And
to
they're
come
going
right.
to
Nice.
run that one. That one's going to be taken there. That looks like that's going to be Michael Campbell there on the tackle. Coming off that edge, he can be terrifying.
Tackled by number 4, Michael Campbell. Gain of ball on the play, will bring up third down and 15.
So again, a nice 3rd and long to keep them back. Secondary needs to keep everybody in front of them. Don't let them make a big play here.
So snap taken there, looking to pass. Going to do a quick little screen. Get themselves right up the yard, taken down at about the 40-yard line. Don't think that's going to be enough. That'll bring up a 4th down for Perry Meridian.
Tackle by number 3, Christopher Hill on the play.
Chris Hill there on the tackle. We're going to bring up a 4th and 8 for Perry Meridian. See what they decide to do here. Looks like they may punt this one away. We'll see what they decide to call. So Coach Enright right here, you know, ready to keep firing on all cylinders, and that's what I'm glad to see. So a little bit of high snap there, but that is going to be a punt, and it's going to be taken out at about the Decatur Central 48.
Good pressure. Just got to be careful you don't run into the kicker.
So Decatur Central's offense coming right back out there, ready to fix on what they just are ready to capitalize on the touchdown that they just threw here. With about 7:26 left to go here in the second quarter, first half. And Bo Polson going to be leading the charge once more. And of course, Decatur Central's crowd loving this one, as Decatur Central's up 3 scores early. Man in motion there. Snap's going to be taken, handed off there pretty quickly. Kind of a little bit of bottled up there, and he's going to be tackled right there, right behind the line.
Tried to bounce to the outside, but couldn't quite get there.
Number 23, Jalen Leak, the ball carrier. Tackle for a loss by number 50, David Miller. Loss of 1. We'll bring up second down and 11.
So with the second down, you want to try to pick up 5 or 6. Just make it manageable.
Looking to pass here. Got another deep shot. Has another man and just barely missed him. Pass intended there for Pharrell Carter. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 11, but God, these are beautiful passing balls that we're seeing from Bo Polson here tonight.
Yeah, he's throwing a good ball tonight. The line can just give him a little bit more time.
Had that one in the breadbasket, but sadly could not bring that one down. That would have been, if he had gone, Bo Polson taking the number 1 spot over Bryce Johnson. Bryce Jefferson
Oh,
for the passing touchdown record, but there's going to be a penalty on Decatur Central, backing them up 5 more, bringing up a 3rd and 16. So again, last time Decatur Central was in a 3rd and long situation, they were in Perry Meridian territory, and it ended in a touchdown. This time, chains are a little different. In their own territory, on about their own 40-yard line, with 16 yards to go and 1 play to do it. 2 plays to do it technically. We'll see how dangerous Coach Enright and the Decatur Central offense gets. So looking for another pass here.
rolls to the left. There it is. He sets up.
Launches it over the field and almost picked off there. Pass intended for Carson Eisen. Going to be incomplete. And Decatur Central with their first 3 and out all game. So Colin Eisen going to be out here punting for the first time today for Decatur Central's first 3 and out of the night.
See if he can get a foot into it, drive him back. Oh! Little trickery there. It got tipped, and then he almost picked it up, picked it off.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Perry on the Hawks' 40-yard line. So 6:30 here to go in the second quarter. Ball is going to be snapped there, and the play is going to get called dead immediately. See what the ref calls. Delay of game on Perry Meridian. Going to back him up about 5 yards.
So, again, defense just needs to hold them, kind of keep them off their game. Don't let them get in a groove.
So a quick little out there catch made there at about the 40. Maybe gain another yard after that, about at the 39. We'll see what the refs say. Ball going to be there at the Decatur Central 39. So.
And you're okay to give them the short pass right there, just as long as.
Gain of 6, 2nd and 8 for Decatur Central, the Perry Meridian Falcons offense. As he's in the shotgun once more. Ball's taken. Quick little pass again. And he's going to be tackled at about the 35.
So I think
maybe the 36.
Yeah, I think what they're trying to do is just kind of nickel and dime them with the short passes in front of the linebackers, in front of the safeties. So.
Well, that bringing up a 3rd and 5 for Perry Meridian. Almost makes you wonder, is Coach Enright and his defense just going to play up close, up personal? Are they going to give him that cushion, or are we going to be in that press coverage? So Perry Meridian taking the ball there. Just looks like they're going to keep it himself. Give him, and he's going to be over there. That'll be a 1st down for Perry Meridian. Tackled there at about the 18-yard line. Call that the 19, the refs say.
So I'm not sure if that's the first down that Perry's gotten. If not only the second one, so.
Snap going to be taken there, handed off, and it's going to be blown up immediately at the 30. So it looks like they're maybe going to lose a yard there on that play.
Johnson, the ball carrier. Tackled by Alex Server, number 56 for your Hawks. Loss of 1 on the play.
So you need to make sure that Perry doesn't pick up some momentum here. And you definitely want to keep him out of the end zone. Just making sure that they stay on the
Snap
game.
taken, looking for another pass here.
There you go, good rush.
Good little pressure.
Rush.
And he's going to be out at about the 25.
Number 3, Jackson Shock runs out of bounds.
So Jackson Shock once more taking the ball, keeping himself pressure there by Pharrell Carter. Going to bring up a 3rd and 7 for the Perry Meridian Falcons.
His run will result in 3rd down and 7 to go.
All right, so here's where defense needs to come up with a stop.
Decatur Central's home crowd roaring here. Ball's going to be taken. Kept himself, and that's going to be rocked. It's going to bring up a 4th down and about 5.
So they're going to try to go for it.
Truthfully, I don't see why they don't. I mean, they're in Decatur Central territory. They only need 5 yards.
And you're
So
down
ball's
by,
going to be taken.
yeah, down by 3 scores. Oh,
It's going to be incomplete, and Decatur Central is going to take a turnover on downs.
So good job by the defense.
Turnover on downs for the Falcons. Your Hawks will take over 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line.
So what you probably want to do is just you can go 2 ways. You can get that record for Bo, or you could just grind it out for the 4 minutes, go into the locker room, give everybody a rest, and like you said, come back the second half and just hit the gas and go.
So direct snap there to
he's
Casimir
loose.
Hicks, so he's going to break free, and that's going to be a Decatur Central touchdown for Braylon Morris, his 2nd of the night.
That's great. Great play.
And that's just going to be right there. Hole open perfectly, hole in the defense.
Wait a minute, I think there's a flag on the play.
Holding on Decatur Central, so that's going to be brought back.
Come back.
Little devastated by that one as he ran basically the entire length of the field.
Maybe that's why you saw the hole that you could drive the Mack truck through.
Definitely a devastating thing to see, as that touchdown is going to be brought back. That was a beautiful angle on that, and just couldn't capitalize.
So I'm sure Coach is going to talk about that. I think he's probably going to hit on clearing up the mistakes and getting back to playing the ball that they know they can.
After the penalty flag, it'll be 1st down and 14 for Decatur Central.
So 1st down and 15 for Decatur Central.
Bo calls a timeout.
So we will see what Decatur Central and Coach Enright have to do, as that'll be Decatur Central's 1st timeout.
I'm not sure if Bo, he just didn't like what he saw or what, but you wanted to talk it over with Coach Enright, see what they could come up with, kind of get out of the hole here.
Bo Poston's one of those quarterbacks who will make his read, and if he doesn't like what he sees, he has no problem in calling a timeout. Weather's taking a hit on my my tired.
Yeah.
Yawning.
Good sleeping weather.
So Braden Smith in the backfield as well. Ball's going to be handed off there to Casimir Hicks, who finds himself a hole. And he just
couldn't
just
stay
stumbles, couldn't stay up, taken down. Well, fell there at about the Decatur Central 30. Let's see what they say. 37 or 32.
But he gets a big chunk of it back. So 2 plays but they're starting to move the ball again. That's what you're looking for.
Going to go ahead and get you a replay here on that one. So Braylon Moore is going to be the quarterback for this one. Ball snap, direct snap, looking for that same play. And he's going to be taken down there at about the 36, it looks like maybe.
He picks up the first down, and that's what you're hoping.
That'll be good for a first down by the Decatur Central Hawks. And out comes Bo Polston. So again, running a 1-2 punch right now. And Morris being the more significant running quarterback for us, as Bo Polston is to the passing.
Look for the...
Going to hand that ball off, and he's going to have a hole, and that's going to be the touchdown we get back. Pharrell Carter with his 3rd touchdown of the night. So that'll be a Hawks touchdown. That'll be their 4th of the half. 62-yard run.
Nice job. It just opened wide open, and he took off and turned on the jets. That's all you needed.
Pharrell Carter having himself a night. We're going to get you a replay here of that touchdown in just a moment. Maybe. But he went right up the B-gap there and just absolutely cleared through the hole for his 3rd touchdown of the night. Casimir Hicks in motion there. Ball snapped. Going to be directly handed off there, and it looks like we'll see what they call. That's going to be in. So that'll be 28-0 Decatur Central with just about 2 minutes and 32 seconds left. 28-0 Decatur Central.
So it looks like Decatur's figured it out. You got 4 scores up there, and you're keeping Perry from pushing the ball anywhere around. Defense is putting great pressure on it. Offense is driving the ball down. The offensive line is doing a great job opening the holes, and they just turn on the speed. Morris turns on the speed and everything, and they're gone. So.
Yeah, and you mentioned it earlier. I think Decatur Central's finally shaking off the nerves.
Yeah.
Getting rid of all of the thoughts of, hey, we're going to come in here and just absolutely cakewalk this. Perry's come to play football, but their offense hasn't said much, and Decatur Central's been capitalizing on that. So Upshaw back there to receive as Jackson Doan is going to kick that one away. Taken down there at about the 20. Going to run up the field and taken down at about the 35. We'll see what the officials say here.
28 Upshaw, the return man.
So you got 2:28 left. You know, you just don't want to give up the big play here. Just keep them in. But, you know, the secondary backers have to keep everybody in front of them. So again,
So ball snap there, going to be a quick little handoff, and he's just going to be taken down there at the line of scrimmage.
so coach is trying to get the ball back. So
Also on the play for the Falcons, it'll bring up second down and 11.
Second and 11 there, as Decatur Central is going to take another timeout to think this one over. So Decatur Central talking that one over, giving themselves some time to think.
and I'm sure coaches are telling them, just keep those guys from. We'll give them 3 or 4 every play, but just as long as nothing big breaks open, that's all that's fine. Got a man coverage.
So quick
Nice
out there.
hit. Nice hit
It's a
there.
nice hit. And looks like that one's going to be completion there.
Shots pass complete to number 14, Ashton Jackson. For a gain of 5 on the play.
Big gain of 5, bring up a third and about 6 for Perry Meridian, as they were a second 11 just a moment ago. So Perry Meridian kind of moving the ball a little bit here, pushing their way into Decatur Central territory, and obviously Decatur Central looking to capitalize on that.
As long as
Long pass, and that one's going to be broken up, but they're going to call defensive pass interference on the Hawks. And that'll move Perry Meridian up very far down the field.
he had it out there in front of him, but I don't think he was going to be able to reach for it. Coach Enright doesn't agree with the call.
That'll be 15-yard to the spot of the penalty. So that'll be a 1st and 10 for Perry Meridian here on the Decatur Central 44-yard line.
So I'm sure he'll look at that. That's it. Flush him out of the pocket. Okay, all right. The other part of that is, try to keep the mental errors down.
Run out of bounds for no gain on the play. Will bring up second down and 10.
You got a minute and 24.
Correction, loss of 1 on the play. Will bring up second down and 11.
It'll bring up a 2nd and 11 as they lost the yard on that play. So good defense, flush him out of the pocket. Even better defense to keep him behind the line of scrimmage to make him lose a yard.
So you got twins out here.
Ball snaps, he's going to keep him himself, and he's going to be bottled up right away, taken down at exactly that 45-yard line.
Tackle immediately by number 52, Jordan Shanks.
And Jordan Shanks was there on the tackle. Loss of 1. That'll be a 3rd and 12. Decatur Central taking their last timeout of the half with 1:17 left to play.
Again, I think Coach Enright is trying to get the ball back one last time. I don't know that he's going to necessarily go for that record, but he's going to try to get one more score in before the half. So look for him to launch it out there, and Bo will probably try to air it out.
Well, and I mean, of course, you still have 2 more whole quarters to do that. So you don't have to worry about getting that record right now. And even if he doesn't get it this game, you've got 1 more whole game to even break that record. He is now officially tied, so all he needs is 1. So Perry Meridian lining up 3rd and 12 here, losing a yard apiece on each play. Ball snapped. He's looking for somebody out there, but he didn't get anybody. And that ball's going to be tipped, and there's going to be no call. Coming up a 4th and 12 for Perry Meridian, as they will probably end up punting this one away, giving Decatur Central the ball back with about a minute left to go here in the second half.
So again, no mental errors here. Let him kick it away. Okay. Maybe your deep guys can break something open. That would be great. Special teams adding to it. Don't. Okay.
So this is going to be taken there at about the 16, maybe 17-yard line. Call it the 17.
Looks like about the 17.
So 1st and 10 for Decatur Central with about a minute and 5 left to go here. I don't see why we don't run the ball out, but then again, I know Coach Enright, he loves records. He loves seeing his quarterback air it out, so we'll see what he decides to call here.
So now on this side of the ball, just
a lot of cushion here by the defense. Playing deep, trying to prevent that pass. Trying to prevent that deep pass as
he drops it
quick little run out underneath out at about the 40, maybe the 39.
Got about a minute, 59 seconds to go.
So 59 seconds to go here. Of course, Decatur Central taking the ball out of bounds, so the clock does stop. Knowing Coach Enright, he could run this down to a good amount of yards to throw the ball and get Bo Polston his record. So ball going to be snapped there. Bo Polston looking for a pass. He's got nobody, so he's going to try and keep it himself. Get up past the line of scrimmage. Maybe taken down at exactly the line of scrimmage.
So here we go. Need to get back. Hurry up offense. He spikes the ball.
Spikes the ball, stops the clock with 41 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. He's definitely ready to try to get this record. Definitely ready to see what we can do. 3rd and 10 for Decatur Central on this play.
And I'm sure he's got his 2-minute offense ready to go.
Snap taken there. He's going to look for another pass.
There it is.
Going to air it out deep downfield. And that one's going to be picked off as Bo Polston throws a interception with about 34 seconds left to go. Now the thing to keep in mind, Perry has all 3 timeouts and has it in decent territory. Maybe it's time to see Perry rip some downfield and see what their passing game is looking like. Now they are on their own 23, so it can be scary. Could be a little scary for Perry.
You just made that up, didn't you?
I did, yes, that was great.
Nice job.
Snap taken there, looking for
Pressure,
something.
pressure.
Got good pressure, but he's going to keep it himself. And that'll be a timeout called there. Nope. And timeout taken there with about 20.1 seconds left to go. So I'm going to talk this one over real quick. Think about it. Bring up a 2nd and 6. There's the hawk block there. Obviously not too many people. A little bit of a colder night. Well, of course, we thank everybody for coming out and showing their support. course, once again, thank you to all of these DCHS students coming out, all of these DCHS fans on a cold, cold October late night. So ball going to be snapped there, looking right downfield, going to be completed there. It looks like he dropped that, though. That one's going to be an incomplete pass. Clock will stop with 15.6 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. 3rd and 6 for the Falcons.
So a defensive stop here, and you still might end up with a few. If they can get the ball even with about 10 seconds to go, they might be able to punch one in.
So he's going to rip that one downfield. That one's also
wow.
going to be incomplete. And it's going to bring up a 4th and 6. Smart thing here would be to punt that away, but obviously you never really know. But if you punt that away, Decatur Central has the ball with basically no time. Just kneel that one out, go to the locker room, talk it over in the second for the second quarter, half. And it looks like that's exactly what Perry's going to do unless they do some trickery here. So looks like there's going to be a timeout from Perry. Maybe try to get him to jump off there a little bit, but it didn't work. We'll see what they call.
Not sure if they had all the right personnel out there, too. Just try to get out of the first half here.
Alrighty, so Perry got all the personnel ready now as they're going to get ready to send this one away.
Let him kick it away.
So ball is up, out of bounds with about 5 seconds left to go. Kneel it, launch it downfield, up to you.
That's where we thought. Direction that is spotted at the 49-yard line.
So they'll be at the 49, about a 50, almost a 70-yard throw, maybe 60. End zones are an extra 10, so about a 61-yard throw.
All they need to do is just give Bo some time.
Looks like Braylon Morris. Oh, Bo Polson and Braylon Morris are both going to be out there for this one.
Right.
See what they do. Maybe give Bo some time to throw one downfield, and maybe he gets his record. They're playing deep again. And again, we encourage you online sports fans to stay and watch as Decatur Central's marching band is going to perform for you at halftime.
Just underneath. Oh, little lateral there.
Little lateral there as time expires, and that'll bring us into halftime. So, of course, we encourage you to stay and watch Decatur Central Band, and we will see you folks after halftime.
The Decatur Central Marching Band and Guard is under the direction of Chris Halstead and Zach Mason with assistance from Harley Blaine and Tyler Mays. The Band and Guard would like to welcome all fans to
Alrighty, welcome back, online sports fans. So, just getting set here, ready for the second half of Decatur Central Perry Meridian football game, as Decatur Central leads Perry Meridian 28-0. Going into the second half, Decatur Central leading and receiving the football as they elected to defer in the first quarter.
So I'm probably guessing, Coach Enright tells everybody, everybody come in, settle down, get hydrated and everything like that. And we're going to go out and play our game and just kind of punch it down. Bryson, like you said, they're a second half team, so look for them to turn on the gas and score as much as they can here in this second half.
Of course, and I'm just ready to see another good half of Decatur Central High School football. As Perry Meridian kicks that one off, a little bit of squib kick there.
Nice hands.
Good hands to get on there. Taken down at about the 40.
Going to have some good field position to start with.
So excited to see what Coach Enright and that Bull Pulse and that offense do here in their first drive of the second half. What are you looking to see here?
Well, again, looking for them to come out and get started and play some good, solid ball.
Are we? Interesting.
Okay, all right, so here we go.
Are you sure? I feel like it's just that headset.
Nice. Pick up a 10, 12.
So Hawks first down there. Pass completed by Bull Poston. There's turf up here. I don't know how. Alrighty, let's see what Decatur Central's got going on here.
Picked up the first down as he rolled out.
There's going to be a handoff there.
There he goes.
He's going to be right up the middle there, taken down at about the 42, maybe. See what they call it. It's going to be the 44. 43, maybe.
Big, good pickup. Pick up 5 or 6, and you want to do that every time.
And again, another thing it is that Coach Enright and Bull Poston kind of keeping in mind that record is on the line here.
Nice little screen.
He's not going to go yard there. He's going to pick up a nice little gain there.
Loose.
Makes
there
a man
goes.
miss, and that is going to be loose. And he's taken down there.
Takes it all the way down to the 14-yard line.
Nice job.
Central first down.
Yes.
That was a good pickup.
So Decatur Central here on about their 15.
Nice little slant play, run across the middle, and then he got loose, and now they're sitting at the 14 in the red zone.
Snap's going to be taken there. He's going to be
There
looking
it
for a
is.
pass.
There it
He's going
is.
to throw it across fast, and that is going to be the record
Right there.
as Bull Poston takes the record with his 63rd passing touchdown. That is the all-time record.
Congratulations to Bo Polston.
Decatur Central football history. Bo Poston now holds that record, beating out current coach Bryce Jefferson for the record.
But that was a nice play.
So
He was up there.
that was something to keep in mind.
Go for the extra point, and it's good. So
So Decatur Central now holding an even bigger lead. And right there, right now, Bo Polson is now the sole Decatur Central High School passing touchdown leader in school history. Something that is going to be remembered. And if you think about it, sectional's coming right around the corner. He has a chance to add even more to that.
Right. I was just talking to one of the guys up here. The draw is this weekend, so they'll see who they play. They'll get a week off, and then Halloween night, they'll start tournament play.
Decatur Central has one more game of the season, playing the Franklin Community Bear Cubs next week here at DeVere Fair Stadium at 7 p.m. Another cold October night. Hoping to see some of you guys that may be tuning in here. Hoping to see you guys there next week. And remember, any Decatur Central High School students get in for free with the use of their school ID. So Decatur Central and that special teams special teams unit coming out to kick that away here, led by kicker Jackson Doney, who just up and put that extra point through the post. And the ball is going to be up, inbounded at about the 15. And he's going to be looking through, trying to find himself a little hole, taken down at about the 20, maybe the 20, or sorry, the 30, maybe the 31. Gus Tupan, the return man there. And that ball is going to be spotted. See where they spot this ball so I can get you the precise measurements.
Not sure what the officials are huddled up for.
Something going on there.
I don't see a flag out there. I don't see any flags.
Could be thinking about the spot of the ball here. See what they're huddled up about. See what they say. It looks like there is actually a flag on the far side of the field about the 40-yard line. Picks that one up there.
No, I didn't see what the call was.
So it'll back him up 15. Could be unnecessary roughness.
I think personal foul. All right, so I don't know. Maybe that's a little bit of frustration there on Perry's part. I mean, when you're down 35-0.
So the prediction coming from John Harrell here this week was 49-14 going in favor of Decatur Central. Decatur Central scarcely close to putting that prediction in a little bit of a different decimate, as that ball's going to be handed off and taken down at about the
Looks like about the 12,
maybe the 13. We're going to call it the 12. So quarterback here, shotgun formation, kind of just maybe looking for a trick play here. Maybe making an audible. Looks like timeout's going to have to be called there.
Yep.
I don't think maybe they had somebody in the right spot there. And Perry's going to have to burn their first time out of the half. Definitely not something you want to do early on in the third quarter. But it looks like there was a little bit of miscommunication there by the Perry offensive line and caused them to have to use that.
Well, again, you're down 35-0 on the road. You start not to think straight. You get frustrated, so try to get the cobwebs out and try to get back on track here. If nothing else, probably playing for pride right now.
And again, Perry Meridian Already coming into here 2-5. Obviously, a little bit of the chip on their shoulder, knowing that they needed something to at least put some points towards their record, but from the standpoint that we're looking at right now, might not be the case. And Decatur Central, another big chip on their shoulders, is they're a defending state championship team. As that ball is going to be taken, and he's going to be out at about the 25.
So he picks up the first down.
But like I was saying, Decatur Central is a defending 5A state championship team, coming off a win against Warsaw last year at Lucas Oil. And that season, too, they were playing with a chip on their shoulder. They were a 5A state finalist 2 years ago, playing against Fort Wayne Snyder, who ended up beating Decatur Central in the state championship game, I believe, 33-6. So a man in motion there as the quarterback takes the snap, handoff there, and it's going to be pretty bottled. Taken down maybe at the 28. Call it the 29. Chris Jerbanks there with the tackle.
So they just need to keep them bottled up, keep the clock running.
Decatur Central's done a really good job here tonight at keeping that run game contained. Obviously, they've had a little bit of some hiccups here and there, letting some holes open, but everything's been okay as they got another man in motion, and that ball's going to be kept by the quarterback himself, and he's going to be brought down immediately.
He picked up a couple, but again, they didn't let him get to the outside.
So making some adjustments here on the defensive line. Bringing out Alex Serber, Colton Nyson, and a few select others for this 3rd and 6 for Perry Meridian. Looking for a little bit of a jump there maybe. Looking to the sideline.
Not sure if he's trying to change the play, but.
And that ball's going to be snapped. He's looking for a pass. He's got nothing. Another quarterback pressure, and he's going to be taken down. So that is going to force another 3 and out for Perry, and we're going to see what they decide to do here.
Good coverage by the secondary. Didn't let him get anything off, and pressure was good too. So now again, when you're down here, just let him kick it away so he doesn't. You don't give him a first and.
So ball's going to be taken down there.
Pick it up.
And he's going to be out at maybe the 45. 42, okay. So stepped out a little bit earlier than I thought. Looked like he stepped out at the 45, but no. So 4:40 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Decatur Central up 35-0.
It's a little toss, inside toss. Nice run. Picks up 9, maybe 10 for the first down. Oh, he picks up the first down.
That'll bring up a Hawks first down. So 3:49 here to go as Decatur Central moving the chains a little bit here and looking to get close to that end zone and putting up a bigger score on the board. So again, another thing to kind of remember, in the last 40 years of these teams meeting, Decatur Central has taken the series 22-9, and right now, from what it looks like, it's going to be 23-9. So end of route there. That looks like it's going to be Braylon Morris. That's going to be Jonathan Rolling, make a few men miss.
That's a good job.
So there's going to be a penalty flag on the play. Looks like that one's going to be on the Hawks, and they're going to have to move back. holding on the offense. So it's going to be a 5-yard penalty. Ooh. Yeah, 5-yard penalty, backing the Hawks up. And that'll keep their first down, just back them up farther than what they wanted to be for sure. So a 1st and 19, so that backed them up just about 9 yards.
Yeah, just about.
Jonathan rolling in motion again. Braylon Morris keeps the snap himself. He's going to find himself a hole, and he's going to break through.
There we go.
He's going to run, and he's at the 10, and that is a touchdown for Decatur Central. Braylon Morris with, I believe, his 3rd touchdown of the night. And it's going to be another penalty flag on Decatur Central. That is the 2nd time that has happened to that guy here today. And that just negates another one of Braylon Morris's long touchdown runs.
Looks like Alex Serber trying to plead his case to the official, but it didn't work.
That's just something you don't want to see. Braylon Morris, that's the 2nd time that's happened in the day where he's had 2 touchdown runs that have come back due to penalties. So this will bring up a 1st and forever.
No, you're all 22.
So basically a 1st and 30 for the Hawks now.
All right, well, so pick up 8 or 9, couple 3 downs.
So Braylon Morris taking a snap there a little bit low. Going to find himself a little bit of a hole to run through. Runs into his own man a little bit, makes a man miss. Runs a man over, and he's going to be taken down at about the 52.
Wait. Hey, and no yellow flag, so.
First positive play of the, first positive play of that. As that takes us just into the 4th quarter. Or, sorry, getting into the 4th quarter with about 30 seconds left to go.
That was a fast quarter.
It felt like he blinked and it was over.
Yeah. So he's back to the original line of scrimmage, so that was a good pickup.
2nd and 10 now. He picked up about 19 on that.
Yep.
And that was going to be a pass to Michael Campbell, who's going to take the ball upfield, find himself a little bit of a hole, and he's taken down there at about the 30. So that'll be the last play, taking us into the 4th quarter. Decatur Central leads Perry Meridian 35-0.
So they pick up the 1st down.
1st and 10 from the 31 for the Decatur Central Hawks. So a very quick quarter there. Ended basically what felt like in a blink of an eye. Decatur Central holding the ball for most of that quarter.
So looks like, little conversations in the locker rooms, got things settled down. He came out, played some pretty good ball. Maybe the holds, I don't know, but
again, that's the biggest thing that's been holding Decatur Central back a lot is these penalties, letting, these mental errors slip in our minds, causing Decatur Central. It's been the biggest thing all season. After the first 2 games, we negated anything with our athletic football play, and now it's just penalties.
And again, trying to make sure you get all those things worked out before you go into sectional play. I'm sorry, a chair. Got it. You got it.
Sorry, I missed that play there. I was helping a lady with a chair. Doesn't look like there was a play, so we didn't miss anything.
Nope.
So Braylon Morris takes a snap. Looking to pass there. Got nothing. Going to step out. Step around, and he's going to pick up a few.
He picked up 7 or 8. That's not too bad from a broken play.
Braylon Morris, the ball carrier. Being a 6 on the play will be 2nd down and 4.
good.
So a 2nd down and 4 there for Decatur Central.
Still on cam 1. Still on you, Sparrow.
All right, so they come up to the line. Here we go.
Snap there taken by Braylon Morris.
Oh, my
Pitch
goodness.
to Jonathan Rolling, who's going to find himself a little hole, make a few men miss, and he's going to be taken down pretty quickly.
Nice run. Great blocking by the line. Open that one wide open. So back in the red zone here. Looks like they're going to put another 6 on the board.
There's 11-11 left to play here, so maybe make a little bit of a wish. So Braylon Moore's out there at quarterback still. Probably going to control the rest of the game with the score being what it is. Jonathan Rolling. Little pitch there. Looks like that may be to Michael Campbell. And he's going to be taken down at about the 5, maybe the 4-yard line.
It's that inside pitch, and you know, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They just keep running that same play until.
And there's a
Perry
Perry player
figures out.
down. Hopefully he's okay. Something going on with Michael Campbell, maybe a little bit of bleeding or something.
Campbell's run will make it first and goal from the 4-yard line.
May have been a little bit of helmet-to-helmet action there, so it looks like we're going to take an injury timeout.
Yeah.
Check on the player there who's down on Perry Meridian's side. And check on Michael Campbell. Hope both young men are okay. Looks like Michael Campbell there's going to be okay. He's walking that one off. Everybody taking some time just to breathe. A little bit of an injury timeout. And we hope that player for Perry Meridian is okay. Yes.
I don't know. He's
So, taking some time here, checking on that player there at Perry Pretty. Not sure what it is. Of course, football is a scary game. Anything could happen. And there may have been some helmet-to-helmet contact there between the young man and Michael Campbell. Going to bring out the stretcher here, the cart, check on this young man, and
Just to be
just
safe.
pray and hope for this young
Yep.
man. Hope goes out to his family. Prayers go out to his family. Hope that the young man can recover from whatever it may be. Everybody here going to kind of take a knee for this young man. Take a knee for this young man and hope that he's okay.
switching to cam 3. You can say just like that. That's possible CPU, by the way. Basically, it's like
Make sure that gate gets open. We get them right out of here.
so.
So players still down here. Hopes and prayers for him. Hoping he's okay. As you see, everybody's still kneeling for this young player. As we take a moment of silence here for this player. Well, while we have a minute, folks, I'd like to once again thank Papa John's for this DCHS Live. I'd like to give them a special shout out for providing the broadcast crew with pizza for tonight's game, located just down the road from Decatur Central High School. The Papa John's at 7105 Kentucky Avenue in Canby Road donated enough pizza to feed our entire broadcast crew free of charge. Their support helps foster students' learning of valuable broadcasting skills. If you'd like to get some pizza for yourself, they asked us to mention a special deal they are currently having. DCHS Live viewers can get 25% off regular menu prices with code BX25OFF. Again, the code for 25% off is BX25OFF. We thank you for their continued support of DCHS Live. Once again, going to go back to a moment of silence here. Thank you once again, Papa John's. Alrighty, so it looks like everybody's clapping, making sure that player's okay. Again, prayers and hopes out to that young man as hope he has a speedy recovery as they take that young man off the field.
Stay just like that. All right, switching over to Zakai.
So as we get ready to start this fourth quarter, back up.
You can stay right there. Stay on him. Okay. It's really enough to cover the 28-21. All right, still on Zakai. All right, switching off to Zakai. Switching to Cam 1. All right, on Cam 1.
So Coach Enright
Great stuff, guys.
and his boys talking this one over as everybody gets ready for another game, or to continue the rest of this game, as there's about 10:35 left to go here in the fourth quarter. So Braylon Morrison, Decatur Central offense, out here ready to put the game on ice, basically. What have been your thoughts on this game so far here tonight?
Not too bad. Like I said, they came out here this second half and they played, and there he goes. He's going to punch it in.
It's going to be a touchdown for Michael Campbell,
So,
completing what, he wanted to finish there. And that basically ices this game.
I think so. Like you said, they came out, played a good, pretty much, except for a couple of penalties there, pretty good third quarter. They controlled it. Third quarter went pretty quickly. Going to add the extra point here.
All right, on one, Cam.
As that kick is up. And we'll see what the officials call it. It is
good.
Good. So, Decatur Central. So 42 Decatur Central, Perry Meridian 0. Like I said, basically ices the game. Decatur Central can probably prep their secondary to come into this game. So, kind of in a way, like I was saying earlier, Decatur Central came out of the locker room, fired on all cylinders, put up 2 more scores after coming out. And, of course, the most important thing of the night, Bull Poston gets his record. Anything you might want to add to tonight's game? Any thoughts?
No, they played really well tonight. I think probably what you're going to see here in the last 10 minutes of the game, some underclassmen getting in, getting some playing time. With, the incident that just happened, you're trying not to – you still got to play the game, so we'll see how it finishes out. But
And we're going to get you a replay real quick on that touchdown there as Michael Campbell walks that one in there.
Yep.
And puts Decatur Central up another score.
After receives number 4, Trayvon Garden. Number 28, Carter Upshaw for the Falcons.
3, 2, 1. And home on you. Don't do anything restless. Very nice.
Number 6, Gus Supan, the ball carrier.
Yes. All right, switching to game 1.
Tackle made by number 26, Samaj Monroe.
Game 2, your hero.
so, again, I think you're going to see a lot of
The Falcons will take over first and 10 from the 37-yard line.
second spot players getting some playing time.
You can do
Ball's going to be snapped there. Looking for a pass. He's got a man wide open in the field. He's going to take that one down there, and he's going to be tackled down there at about the 30. So probably the biggest pass of the night for Perry Meridian. Maybe, the one they had earlier in the game. There was still no capitalization on it as Perry Meridian is on about the 30-yard line.
Oh, I only do it because if it's not a part where I want to switch, then I kind of just count down and see.
So somebody lost the Perry receiver there in the secondary, so that's how he's able to get free.
So it's going to be another handoff there as he takes it up, and he's going to take it out about the 34, maybe the 35. Or, sorry, the 25.
Number 16, Cortland Barnett, the ball carrier. Game of 4, the play will be second down and 6.
So look to not sure if they want to protect the shutout, but there he goes.
So it's another pass. Caught there at about the 30, taken out at about the 20, taken down there at about the 15.
So they're throwing it into the flats and keeping them. I think the Hawk secondary is kind of giving them a cushion there.
Cam 2, set. All right, zoom in just a little bit.
So there they are in the red zone. Trying to get some points on the board. Look up. There he goes.
And it's going to be incomplete.
Incomplete. Good coverage there.
Stand number 6. Do not move. Do not move.
Coverage by number 6, Eman Owens for your Hawks. Defending that play. Second down and 10.
Good defense by Owens there for Decatur Central.
There's a little buggy that run the leg.
Got to make sure you turn your head so you don't get that pass interference call. All right, so Shock takes the snap. There it is. He's looking to throw it up.
Throw it, and he's got nothing.
No.
So
Hawks pass attempts number 8, Bryson Stringer.
All right, switching back.
Covered by number 14, Bryson Hunter for your Hawks.
So Bryson Hunter there
That incompletion makes it third down and 10.
makes it 3rd and 10.
So we're under the 6-minute mark. See if they can hold on. See what they can do here.
Miguel, if you want to zoom in some. Good. Right there. Actually, you go to it right.
Got a little man coverage there. He's dropping back, rolling over. He keeps it. And come on, don't let him get outside. There you go. All right.
Number 3, Jackson shot the ball carrier. Pushed down the mountains at the 10-yard line. I'll make it 4th down and 6.
Yeah, so for Perry, this is 4-down territory.
You can go without being laggy.
Got to go for it.
30-yard.
Still got a chance to get a first down and first and goal, but let's see what defense does here.
Right there. Don't move anymore.
He's going to call the timeout. He was trying to get the play in, but he couldn't get it in.
Morel, if you can get their team, and Miguel, if you can get ours.
So it looks like they burned the timeout. Leaves Perry with just one timeout. Still got 450 to go. So they'll have to be careful. So if Decatur Central gets the ball back, they may not be able to stop the clock.
And I mean, there really isn't much left for either of us to say. 4:50 in the 4th quarter, Decatur Central up 42-0. Obviously, game's over.
Yeah.
And no disrespect towards Perry. Decatur Central just came in wanting it more. Obviously, I wish for a speedy recovery for the player who was down and injured. Hopefully that young man does okay. And Decatur Central will look to move forward against Franklin next week. As that pass is going to be incomplete, bringing up a 4th down.
Yeah. Yeah, they turned it over on down, so Decatur Central gets the ball back.
Defended by number 5, Jonathan Rowley for your Hawks. It'll be a turnover on downs for Meridian. Your Hawks will take over 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line.
So it'll be interesting to see who comes out here at quarterback. So is that
All right. Nope, you're all 22. You're good right where you are.
right? Number 15. Number 15 for Decatur, Eli Hill is now at quarterback. Yep. Oh, Hill's a sophomore. So,
Yeah, he had 3 passes last week, all for completions, and he did have a touchdown, so probably going to come in here and just play the rest of the game.
yep.
Handoff there, taken up the middle and taken down at about the 15. Oh, looks like there may have been a fumble there.
Stacked up with the 15-yard line.
Looks like that play was called dead before the ball left his hands, and he'll be taken down at a 15. So 3:10 left to go here in the
Third down and 5 yards to go for your
third down and 5 for the Hawks.
So it looks like they're just going to grind it out, run the clock down.
All right. Cam 2.
And looks like that's just going to be an offsides. And it looks like Perry just decided to play fight each other.
All right. I'm switching to Cam 3. 1. Cam 3 on you. All right. I'm
So
switching to
looks like that was on Decatur.
Hey, where are we playing again?
Somebody false start. So backed him up 5. So it's third and 10. We come up to the line. Hill takes a snap. He keeps it, and he up and
We're looking great, guys.
so.
All 2 of you.
So it's 4th down and about six to go. 4th and 7 to go. Got 1:35 left. Just kind of
Hot Block is full of people who don't like you. Like, they do not like people getting.
so Colt Nyson back to punt.
And believe it or not, Decatur Central's second
Punt of the entire game, yeah. So that
second,
just
third and out.
goes to, okay.
So close to being blocked, and they're going to let that one roll. Going to be taken in there at about the 41, maybe the 40. So here comes the second team for Decatur Central as the clock's winding down, which is about 45. Thank you for joining me this week.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It was fun. I enjoyed it.
Obviously, should see you next week, right?
Yeah, I'll be back next week against Franklin Community, and we'll see how that goes.
Of course. As always, enjoyed commentating for you sports fans as this ball is snapped in a quick screen, and he's going to be bottled up, and he's going to be taken out with motion, so the clock will continue. Or never mind, that clock will stop. There'll be no gain on that play. It'll be a 2nd and 10. So Perry Meridian will take a timeout here. That'll kind of just give us some time to talk about it.
Right.
Again, I thank you so much for joining me this week, sir.
No problem.
Glad seeing you. Hopefully I see a little bit more of you, especially when we go through out sectionals. Just kind of depends, obviously, what your schedule looks like. But again, great game here tonight.
Yep.
Decatur Central takes the win 42-0 over Perry Meridian as there's about 17.2 seconds.
Careful.
A little careful there. Get some things falling from the ceiling.
I'm sure coaches are telling them don't give up the big play and just kind of just so.
Sproul, join us in our harmony. Alright, I'm on cam
Yeah.
1. Based on how the camera looks. Okay, some good ones.
So Perry Meridian just kind of
Here we go.
sitting.
Switching to cam 2.
Going to put some time back on the clock. 22 seconds to go. Left to play. Okay.
Ball's going to be snapped. He's just going to kind
Okay.
of scramble.
Good coverage, and that burns up time, so
He'll be out of bounds there.
you got to stop the clock.
That'll make it 3rd and 3.
It looks like the clock isn't going to be stopped. This will be the last play of the fourth quarter as Perry
And
throws that
that's-
one out, and that will be game.
That will
So
be the
thank you
game.
once again, online sports fans, for coming out and joining us here tonight. Anybody who's physically here or online, thank you so much for joining us. We hope to see you guys again next week as Decatur Central will be at home at Air Stadium taking on the Franklin community Bear Cubs, Grizzly Cubs. So we hope to see you folks again next week. And you folks enjoy your weekend and a wonderful fall week next week. Love you guys.